He's gone. I am officially on my own in France. Well, actually, technically I'm in Switzerland at the moment, but very shortly I am going to be completely on my own in France for 2 weeks. Woo! Which is a little bit terrifying. Hold on, let me just find where I'm going, because this is the terrifying bit of the road network, because it's really busy and I have to pull over. There we go, and again. And that's it. Whew, I hate that bit. I don't even know if you can properly see me here. Hold on, let's just got out of the airport, and there's a little bit as you come out of the airport itself, which is really difficult in terms of trying to kind of get, you have to move across like 2 or 3 lanes to get to the road that goes back out of Geneva and back into France. So I've just done that. So yeah, this is a bit of a random start to a video. I feel like I haven't actually picked up a camera and spoken in ages, but life has just been pretty standard and pretty busy over the last few weeks. There hasn't really been much to film, but for the next 2 weeks Tom is back in the UK doing some work for the university, and so I'm on my own. Tom is going back to the UK for 2 weeks. He flies at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and so there was no real reason for me to go back to the UK for 2 weeks, so we decided that I would stay here. Yeah, Tom's gone today, 26th of June, and he'll be back on the 8th of July. I know that I'm being a bit wet and a bit soft by being a bit like, oh, I don't want to be on my own, but you just get used to having someone with you, you know, you get used to having like a partner in crime almost to do everything with, and then when you're on your own suddenly it's a little bit more scary to do stuff on your own. But it'll be a good experience, because I think it's important if you're in a marriage or in a partnership or whatever to get time away from your loved one. I do think it is really important, so it'll be really good for us both to try it. Oh, I do just want to apologise for my hair, by the way. I realise that I probably look bald on this video, and when it comes to editing it I'm going to be like, oh, why are you wearing a strappy top and why have you got your hair dragged back? Because I know that I'll look awful, but it's so warm here at the moment that having my hair down, even though I have short hair, having my hair down is just, it's just too hot for it. So I apologise that I look bald, but anything to stay cool at the moment. But yeah, that's it. So I don't really have anything else to say for now. I'll probably talk to you again when I get back to the house. And yeah, I'll just let the camera roll until it turns itself off. Not gonna lie, might have just nearly had a crash then. But it's alright, because I'm gonna edit that bit out so Tom can't see it. Just got back through the door. A little bit hotter now. I've been moving all the shopping and stuff. I got a few bits, got some mince, because I'm having lasagna tonight. One of the things that Tom hates is mince. He doesn't, the only way Tom eats mince if it's in a burger or in like a meatloaf or something like that. So I'm going to make lasagna, because lasagna is one of the meals that Tom doesn't like. So whenever Tom goes away, I either have spaghetti bolognese or lasagna, because those are the 2 meals that Tom won't eat. So tonight I'm having a lasagna. I also got some of this Morbier cheese, which I don't know if you can see. It's got like a line of blue down the middle of it. Really good. A couple of bottles of white wine, because why not? What else did we get? Oh yeah, then we got some, may have got some naughty treats. Yeah. Not gonna lie, they weren't supposed to fall in the bag, but they did. So, got those. Also got some more water, because I only drink fizzy water. I don't actually drink still water. What? Oh, now you shut up. Now I pay you attention. What do you want? What? So noisy. Don't worry, I wasn't going anywhere. Oh, they're rubbing me up on my foot. Don't worry, I wasn't going anywhere. Tom House has gone somewhere. Oh, look at that. Look at that fluffy belly. Look at that fluffy belly. Such a beastie. What you doing? What you doing, baby? I ought to do some work, really. It's only 12 o'clock, so I can have an afternoon of work. Oh no! What I'm going to do first is I'm going to make my paleo Scotch eggs. Yeah, you heard that right. I am attempting to make my very own Scotch eggs. Never done it before, but then again, I usually have never done my recipes when I try them. So I'm going to open myself some fizzy water and get on with the Scotch eggs. So I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so the paleo Scotch eggs that I'm making are by ditchthecarbs.com, and they're supposed to look like that when they're done. However, I've already messed up because it said mix the ground meat with the herbs, spices and salt. And I was like, but how's the meat going to bind together? Surely it needs an egg in it. So I put an egg in it, and it went really, really wet and soggy. So I was like, shit, I need to put some breadcrumbs in it. But they're supposed to be bloody carb-free. How are they carb-free now? I've put breadcrumbs in them. So I think basically without the... You are supposed to just have the mince on its own. And obviously they do stay together a little bit. So already messed up a little bit. But this is what we're going for. So that's the top of the recipe. And that's the bottom. So if you do decide you want to have a go at them after you've seen whether mine work or not, there's the instructions for you. So what I've done so far is I've got my pork mince, egg, breadcrumbs, and I've mixed that in with some garlic, some paprika, some mixed herbs, some salt and pepper. So that's all ready to go. And then I've got 4 eggs here and a pan of boiling water, which is almost ready. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to boil the eggs for, I think it's about 4 minutes. Come on, water. So yeah, what you do is you boil the eggs. After 4 minutes, take them out of the water, run them under some cold water so they stop cooking. Then I'll need to peel them when they're cool enough. And then when they're totally cold, what I do is get some of this, make a little pate, and just kind of surround the egg in the meat, put them on a baking sheet, and pop them in the oven for a certain amount of time. How long do they need to go in the oven for? 180 for 15 to 20 minutes. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to do. So I hope these turn out right. I hope they taste nice, because if they do, this is like one of the easiest recipes ever. So we shall see. So that's it at the moment. The internet's playing up. Tom's been messaging me from Geneva Airport. Apparently his plane's delayed, which I feel really sorry for him, because whenever I've travelled from Geneva Airport, I've never had a problem with my flight at all. It's always been on time, there's never been an issue. But Tom, for whatever reason, every time he's flown from Geneva Airport, he's always been delayed in his flight. So he's been telling me that it's delayed, but for some reason our internet isn't, like, it's connected, but it's just going really slowly. So I think I'm going to turn the box off and then turn it back on again and see if that works. Right, that's that done. Let's see if it makes it any better. So this is what it looks like when it turns itself on. And then it has to go through a load of stages of setup. There you go, so it's on stage see here. Stage 1, or étape, I don't know. Anyway, stage 1. So hope that makes the internet better. Right, so we're a couple of hours further on the day now. It is nearly 3 o'clock. Tom messaged me about 15 minutes ago to say that he was on the plane and that they were scheduled to take off within the next few minutes. So he should be airbound by now. So his flight is, I think it's about an hour and a half, or just short of 2 hours, can't remember. And then he's landing in Manchester and he'll be taking a train from Manchester to Huddersfield. So it could be 2-3 hours, well, it's definitely going to be 2, it could be 3, maybe even 4 hours before I hear from him, because he'll be travelling to Huddersfield and checking into his hotel and stuff. In the meantime, I have finished my Scotch eggs, so here they are. They look pretty minging on camera. I'm not going to lie, they don't look particularly appetising, but I'm quite happy with how they've turned out. They look, you know, eggy. They look like Scotch eggs, they just look a lot bigger, that's the only thing. So, I thought I would cut one open on camera and let's see what it looks like. So, let's try again. Look at that! Look at that, that is my very first, well there's not much meat on it. I'm not going to lie, there's supposed to be a lot more sausage meat around that, isn't there? But there you go, that is my very first Scotch egg. Shall we try a bit? It looks quite warm at the moment. Right. So I'm going to get that piece of yolk. I'm going to take that. Oh my god, that's a huge piece. That's like the biggest bit of Scotch egg ever. Right. Really hot. I mean, aside from the fact that it was very hot, which I might just take this other bit, there's another little tiny bit here which I'll just take now. That is not half bad at all, actually. It doesn't taste like a Scotch egg you get back home, obviously. I was a little bit unsure actually as I looked in as to whether all of my mincemeat had cooked, but I think it has. They've been in for like 40 minutes, so I think that's quite good. I mean, I'm going in for more, so can't be too bad. Hey guys, it's a little bit later on again now. I can't even remember the last time I properly spoke to you. Oh, I think the internet was down, wasn't it? I'm actually going to move out the kitchen because I feel like all I've done is filmed in the kitchen today. I'll stand with a lovely view out the window. Yes, the last time I spoke to you the internet was down. Luckily, about half an hour after that, it went back on again, so that was really good. So I actually watched Northanger Abbey, which is it's over there, I'm not going to get it over. It's a Jane Austen adaptation. I am filming, aren't I? Yes, I am. Just wanted to check. It's a Jane Austen adaptation. It's one of my favourites, actually. It's got a very young Felicity Jones in playing Catherine Norland. And yeah, it's just a lovely film to watch. And it's also a period drama, which I don't get to watch when Tom's here because Tom hates them. So I usually take the advantage when Tom's away to watch all of my period dramas and all of my programmes that I want to watch. So I've watched that. I've got Sense and Sensibility lined up for later on. That's this version. Obviously, I'm sure most people know the Sense and Sensibility with Kate Winslet and Emma Thompson, which is a classic. But this one, this is, in fact I won't hold it up because I don't know if it's focusing. Let me hold it here. This is the BBC version, which was done in, what year was it done? In 2008. So it's 2008. It's got a very young, well not a very young, but it's got Matthew from Downton Abbey. And Dominic Cooper, who's quite cute. I actually think that he's hot. I can't think of his name, and he doesn't look particularly hot in that photograph, but I think he's lovely. And then these two, which are two of my favourite actresses as well, Hattie Morahan on the left, and oh, can't remember her name on the right, but yeah, love this adaptation. And Mum, I've been telling you about this adaptation 2 or 3 times now, and you can't remember it, but we watched this together when I was either just before I went to uni or just after I came back, and we loved it. We loved it as an adaptation. So, yeah, I'm going to watch that tonight. But it's quite long. I think it's a good kind of 3 hours long, which is why I'm going to watch it this evening rather than watching it now. I'm actually just putting on, I'm just cooking tea, and whilst I've got tea cooking, I'm watching The Other Boleyn Girl, which has got a load of stories into why I love The Other Boleyn Girl, but I'm not going to go into it now. I'm making myself some lasagna. So I've got my meat cooking. Just got my mince cooking there at the moment. I haven't got any veggies to go in it. I totally forgot to buy all of my veggies for my lasagna, but it doesn't matter too much because it's supposed to be a bit of a naughty meal anyway. So I've just got my meat cooking there. I've got my pasta sheets here. I'm just going to soak them. And then I'm going to add some tomatoes, boil it all down, and then pop it in here with a load of cheese. And then I've got a little roll in the oven, which I am cooking, and I'm going to make some homemade garlic bread. So yeah, so far I've got a nice evening planned of food that I'm not allowed to eat and programmes I'm not allowed to watch. No, it's not that I'm not allowed to watch them or not allowed to eat them, it's just that Tom doesn't like them, so I save them for times when I've got a bit of time to myself. So that's it, I think. I don't know whether I'll film a little bit more. I'll probably show you my lasagna actually when it's done, so I won't say goodbye just yet. I'll say goodbye to you when I've done my tea. Oh. Totally forgot as well. Tom landed and he's fine. He rung me and he was like, I'm here in Manchester. Manchester's proper shit. Sorry, I'm just going to stir my... In fact, I'm just going to take that off the heat because it is cooked through now. Yeah, he was stuck in passport control for an hour and a half. Trying to get through passport control. It just said it was heaving, and they weren't really utilising like all the booths, you know, like all the different passport booths. So he was not in a very good mood when he called, but he should be well on his way now to Huddersfield to his hotel. So once he's got a gin and tonic in his hand and he's calmed down a bit, I'm sure he'll be very happy to be there and to be seeing people. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know that he's arrived fine and that everything's cool with him. Look at that. That looks delicious. Look at that lasagna. Do just want to state that this is the first lasagna I've ever made. I've never made one before, so it looks pretty damn good. The proof, as they say, will be in the pudding. I've heated my plate up so it's nice and hot, and I'm just waiting for my garlic bread to finish cooking. Sorry if I look a little bit sweatier now as well, by the way. When you have the oven and the hob on, it does get a little bit hot in here, so I'm looking a little bit hotter now and sweatier. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy this meal. So that is me on a day on my own. You've seen me make questionable Scotch eggs. I've made a pretty banging lasagna. Looks amazing. I don't know how it's going to taste, but I'm not going to film me tasting it because it's going to be really hot for quite a while yet. And I'm just going to sit down for my evening of pasta, garlic bread and period drama. Rock on! I know how to celebrate being on my own, definitely. Right, anyway, this is the end of the video. I'll probably film again at some point later on in the week to let you know how I'm getting on my own. And yeah, hope you're all having a lovely day, and it's always a bike. Always a bike goes past. Anyway, I hope you're all having a lovely day, and I will speak to you soon. Bye!